Let's start at the beginning. Have you ever wondered where the Halloween holiday and the famous trick-or-treating festival came from? Well, Halloween dates back more than 2,000 years to the celebration of Samhain, the Celtic New Year's Day that fell on November 1st. It was believed that demons, fairies, and spirits of the dead walked the earth the night before, when the separation between the world of the living and the world of the dead was minimal. The Celts lit bonfires and offered gifts of food, hoping to win the favor of the spirits of those who had died the previous year. They also dressed up in costumes so that the spirits of the dead would not recognize them. Later, in the 7th century, Samhain was transformed into All Saints' Day as Christian leaders adopted pagan festivals. But the night before was still celebrated with bonfires, costumes, and parades under the new name of All Hallows' Eve, which eventually became known as Halloween. European immigrants brought Halloween to the United States, and the celebration became popular in the 19th century when Irish-American immigration soared. Their folk customs and beliefs merged with existing agricultural traditions, so Halloween lost visibility but remained in the fall harvest. Over the years, the event became an occasion for children to dress up as the ghosts their ancestors feared and go around the house performing the famous trick or treat. Curious, right? Did you know that on Halloween, we consume 3 times the recommended amount of calories per person? It is estimated that each of us consumes more than 7,000 calories on that day alone in candy and other typical sweets, such as caramelized apples in the United States, bonfire toffee in the United Kingdom, barmbrack in Ireland, pan de muerto in Mexico, and huesos de santo made of marzipan in Spain. Masks are an essential part of Halloween costumes, the most popular and traditional being the Michael Myers mask from the Halloween movie, which is actually a William Shatner mask. Another very important mask is the Jason Voorhees mask from Friday the 13th, or the mask from the movie Scream, among many others. Which was the last one you wore? Let me know in the comments. If you've ever wondered if people in China celebrate Halloween, the answer is yes. They traditionally celebrate it in a different way, hanging dragon and animal-shaped lanterns outside their homes to guide the spirits back home. They also leave food and water in front of their ancestors' portraits as an offering. Nowadays, the way Halloween is celebrated in China is becoming more and more modern, becoming much like how it is celebrated in other parts of the world, such as the United States or the United Kingdom. Do you know what Samhainophobia is? It is an irrational fear of everything related to Halloween, a disorder that affects certain people who cannot stand the scares, decorations, costumes, and themes associated with Halloween night. There are other phobias related to this event, such as phasmophobia, which is the fear of ghosts, wiccaphobia, the fear of witchcraft, or nyctophobia, the fear of darkness. He's Stephen Clark, the record holder for the world's fastest pumpkin carving time, just 24.03 seconds, breaking his own previous record of 54.72 seconds. The rules of the competition state that the pumpkin must weigh at least 10 kilograms and be carved in the traditional way, which requires at least 2 eyes, a nose, ears, and a mouth. Although the full moon is also associated with Halloween, it is quite rare for a full moon to coincide with this holiday. The most recent Halloween full moons were in 1955, 1974, 2001, and 2020. Perhaps you didn't know that originally in Ireland, Halloween was the perfect time for many people to find their soulmate through games that were celebrated that day. For example, single women would walk that night hand in hand in pairs, and they would pull up the first cabbage they found. That cabbage, whether big, small, straight, or deformed, would be a reflection of what their future partner would be like. Handsome, ugly, tall, or hunched. And not only that, if the root had a little soil, the boyfriend would be rich. If his stem was smooth and soft, he would have a good character, but if the stem was rough, there would be many fights in the relationship. If a woman did not have a single friend to look for her cabbage, she could also stand in front of the mirror on Halloween night with her eyes closed and eat an apple. When she opened her eyes, she would see her soulmate in the reflection. Without a doubt, the United States is the country par excellence when it comes to Halloween. But have you ever wondered how this day is celebrated in other parts of the world? In Mexico, they celebrate the Day of the Dead on November 1st and 2, making it an iconic celebration internationally. South Korea, despite being a very conservative country, is increasingly accepting Western holidays, such as Christmas or Halloween. So much so that last year, a great catastrophe occurred after a stampede occurred due to the thousands of people who went out to celebrate this holiday. Spain has historically celebrated November 1st as All Saints' Day, when the custom is to visit the cemetery to bring flowers to the deceased and later have a family meal. In Uzbekistan, as in North Korea, it is forbidden to celebrate Halloween, as it is considered an ideologically incorrect holiday in the country. In Australia, although it has not been celebrated for a long time, it is a holiday that has gained great popularity in recent years. More and more people are celebrating by dressing up and decorating their homes. If you need some inspiration for your Halloween makeup this year, check out these amazing ideas. This is definitely my favorite. Let me know in the comments which design is your favorite. In Vendargues, France, it is illegal for anyone over the age of 12 to wear a clown costume or makeup on Halloween. This is because in 2012, the town had a problem with adults terrorizing citizens while dressed as clowns. Did you know that in the UK, white cats are thought to bring bad luck? Harry Houdini, one of the most famous and mysterious magicians and escape artists of all time, died on Halloween night in 1926 as a result of appendicitis. Black and orange are colors typically associated with Halloween. Orange is a symbol of strength and endurance, and together with brown and gold, they represent the harvest and autumn. Black is used as a symbol of death and darkness, serving as a reminder that Halloween was once a festival that marked the boundaries between life and death. According to Irish legend, Jack O'Lantern is named after a stingy man named Jack, who, because he tricked the devil several times, was banned from heaven and hell. Jack was condemned to wander the earth, waving his lantern to ward off people from his ways. The most surprising and curious thing is that Jack did not carry a pumpkin as a lantern, but a turnip. But over the years, since the pumpkin is easier to carve due to its size, it was the one that was established instead of the turnip. That's all for today. See you in the next video.